Hello and welcome to Homes for Lambeth's YouTube channel. My name is Claire and I am your yoga teacher for today. Please know that Homes for Lambeth are running these sessions for you as part of their work to support mental health and well-being during this time. So a couple of things before we get started. You will need a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, that's okay. You could use your belt from your trousers or your skirt. You could even use a rolled up towel, just something that provides you with some form of long strap. So let's come to make a start. Come onto your mat. And let's begin all the way down onto the back. And let's set the feet hip distance apart. And for now, just have your hands away from the body with your palm turned up. And let's together take a deep breath in. Full sigh out of the mouth. Let it go. Again, deep breath in, fill up through your nostrils, really wide through your nostrils. And exhale, release it from the body. 1/3 and final time. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let it go. And just pause and rest here. And completely let your body surrender into the floor. Your breath is now in and out of the nostrils only, so mouth is closed. Just giving yourself this time to settle into your practice, to settle onto your mat. And it's not often in life when we would just take some time out to come and lie down without falling asleep, of course. You know, this feeling of lying down and resting and yet being fully present and aware. So at no point right now are we drifting off to sleep. But there is a sense of rest and calm through the body. But you are very tuned in to yourself, how your body feels. And how it feels to connect to the breath. And what we mean by connect to the breath is to turn your attention to it and be aware of how you breathe, how the breath enters the body. The sensations, the expansion through the rib cage and belly. And that feeling of how the breath leaves the body out through the nostrils, and we feel everything deflate and come back to the floor. So that inhale, belly and chest lifts, and the exhale, belly and chest contracts. Noticing that slightly cooler breath as you inhale. And the warmer breath as you exhale. And really take your time here to just settle everything down. Nice calming breath. And notice the shifts as you just lie quietly. Do you notice that change in the body as you breathe a little deeper? Do you notice how the deeper breath helps you to settle emotions, help you to settle a chattering mind? Take 5 more breaths just as you are before we begin to move. Easy inhale. Easy exhale. Body surrendering to the floor. Just giving yourself this moment to come back to center. And then let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out, let it go, and then let's stretch the body long. Take your arms overhead, really flare up and lift through your rib cage. Feet point away, super, super tall. And then let's draw the knees into the chest and take a little roll from side to side. And so as always in this practice, please only do the moves that feel good for you. If anything doesn't feel right, then skip them out. So here we go. Have one hand onto each knee and let's start to warm up in and around the hips. So great big circles. And it doesn't matter what direction you go, because I'm going to get you to change direction in a moment. But just get a feel for the stretch through the inner thighs. You should feel that as you guide the knees apart. So getting right into the hip socket. Let's change direction here. And keep the shoulders very soft and keep the face relaxed. And breath is full and your whole attention is on the movement of the breath and the movement of the body. So this is your time to move away from anything going on in your life and just stay very focused on you. This is your opportunity to focus on bringing some well-being to you. Well done, guys. Let's pause with the knees open. Deep breath in and out and just feel that stretch settle into the inner thighs. And just pause here. It doesn't have to be a really wide and open shape. Just move to where your mobility is. Take another inhale and exhale. Neck is nice and long here. And then place the left foot to the floor. And can you take a hold of the outside edge of that right foot? And if you can see, my elbow is to the inner knee rather than the outer knee. Okay, so knee to the elbow to the inner knee. And the leg is bent and the right foot is flexed. Just getting into a bit of an outer hip stretch. And if you feel that you can't quite get the foot, that's okay. You could pause here. You could also, if you feel that your neck is lifting to the sky in this shape, you could bring a cushion underneath your head just to help you lengthen through the neck. A couple more breaths. And then this is where you're going to need that strap or belt or towel or whatever you were able to find in your home, to take that same leg, that right leg, up to the sky. Again, foot is flexed. And you're going to feel that quite intently through the back of that right leg. It's your hamstring stretch. Keep the shoulders soft. And just because this is the beginning of your practice, keep a really soft knee. So we don't want this to be the biggest stretch in the world. You're just easing into that leg, not here for long. Take a deep breath in, and then perhaps take the leg just a little bit off to the right, not so far that you feel the hips move. So stay connected, hips to the floor, just a little stretch out to the right. And then come back to center and take it just a few inches to the left. And this should be a really big stretch. You should feel this through the outer seam of the right leg. So really keep that breath full. It's going to help to encourage the muscles to relax rather than to fight the stretch. Gently come back to where you started and just release that leg. And let's switch sides. So left knee in elbow to the inner knee. Take a hold of the outside edge of the left foot. So this is called happy baby pose. Because we're only doing one leg, it's a half happy baby. Remember, modification is just to be here. So you are always the best judge of what feels right for your body. Everyone's body is very different. So what I can do might not necessarily be what you can do, and vice versa. You'll be able to do things that my body can't. So rather than trying to force our bodies into these shapes that we feel everyone can do, it's just modifying and making them feel good for you. So just trust yourself in that today. Release. Grab that strap. We come into the hamstring stretch just for a few breaths. Lift it up. Really flex through the foot and lift through the heel. Deep breath in. Relax and soften into the stretch. And through any of this floor work, if it is good, if it feels good for you to close down the eyes, if that helps you to calm and quieten yourself, then please do. And let's gently take the foot just a little bit off to the left. The stretch comes more intently into the inner left leg. To move through center, take it a little way over to the right, and of course now it moves to the outer leg. To come back to center, well done. Remove the strap, place it to one side, and draw the knees in. Little rock from side to side, and then gently push yourself up and come to transition onto all fours. Hands underneath shoulders, we move straight into our cat-cow to warm up through the spine. Inhale, lift the face, lift the chest, and lift the tail. Exhale, tuck the chin to the chest and round the spine. Inhale, everything opens. Exhale, everything tucks and closes. You're going to feel this into the mid-spine. And so start to move at your own pace. And sometimes if we feel really stiff, you might just want to stay in one of the shapes and then transition. Otherwise, maybe you want to move a little quicker. Does it feel better for you to move through this flexion and extension a little more speedily? So listen, and of course you can always play with doing both. Let's take one more inhale. Exhale, tuck and round. And then come to sit into a kneeling position if that's comfortable for you. If it's not comfortable, then please take either a cross-legged shape or come to sit on a yoga block and just do the arm movements in this shape. Otherwise, if you are able to kneel, let's take a deep breath in, lift up. Take an exhale, take the side bend. So again, if you're in that cross-legged shape, you'll just be doing the side bends rather than the lifting up onto the knees. And then exhale down. Here we go again. Inhale, lift through the hips. Exhale, take a side bend. Deep breath in, lift. Deep breath out, back to the heels. One more time. Inhale, we rise, hips forwards. Exhale, side bend. Should feel nice down the side body. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We move it to the second side. Final time, it's a deep breath in. Deep breath out, side bend. Deep breath in. Well done. And release. Take the fingertips behind you. Let me show you that from the side. Fingertips behind and take a real big chest lift. So for those of you kneeling, this will be exactly the same. And you'll be here. So whatever you're doing with the legs right now, it doesn't really matter. This little section is all about opening through the chest and the shoulders, which get really tight. So it's just our opportunity to open a little bit. Last week was very much leg focused. So we just want to spend today a little bit more time on the chest and spine and shoulders. So lift up, interlace your hands, tuck your chin to the chest, and very similar to the position we did on all fours, we're now rounding through the spine, scooping our belly in and getting that stretch right into the mid-spine, right in between the shoulders. Let's do that again, a little bit more fluidly. Fingertips point to the feet. We take an inhale, chest lifts, shoulders back. Exhale. So it's a different version to cat-cow. It's just nice to throw in something different. Fingertips behind. You're just challenging the body with something new. Inhale. Exhale, and then this time pause here and breathe. Really reach the fingertips away, the knuckles away, I should say. Yeah, knuckles away. Little rock from side to side if that feels good. And then release. Let's start to move into shoulders and arms. Take one arm across the body and just hold it there. And you should feel this great big stretch around the outer arm. Breath in, breath out, and keep the shoulders very soft. Again, all of this can be done in that cross-legged position. And then with that same arm, now take it up to the sky, bend the elbow, and we're holding it as that arm, literally, if I show you from the back, is gliding down the back. Fingertips reach down. Pause here and breathe. Feel the stretch through the back of the arm now, the tricep. And release. Let's take the other arm. So we take it across the body first. Hold it in place any way that you wish. No right or wrong. You can grasp the shoulder. You can kind of put your arm in a little lock. Deep breath in. Again, signal to the body that it's okay. You're just trying to release some of this tightness and some of this tension that we hold into the body. Sometimes we don't realize how much tension we hold in the body until we do these kind of stretches and release the tension. And at the end of our practice, we often feel that feeling, you know, because we've moved out of the body some of that tightness and tension. Let's take arm up to the sky, bend the elbow so those fingertips reach down the back. Deep breath in and out. To release. Good. Sneak one arm behind the back. You should just see your fingers sneak out the other side. And then take the interlace. Okay, so if I show you from this side, I'm taking my left arm and I'm scooting it right behind my waist here. And my palm faces out and I can see my hand and I just take the interlace and the interlace will help me to keep this arm pinned back. So pause and breathe. And so hopefully what you should feel is the arm that's pinned behind your back. You should feel the stretch very much through the front of this shoulder. So this interlace will just keep you firmly in that place. Deep breath in. And this really might be quite a big stretch for some of you. If it feels too much to interlace the hand, then don't. Just very gently place it to the back. Fingers might not even be able to come so far as this way. You might be here. That's okay. As long as this shoulder, you're doing your best to take it back in space rather than let it fold forwards. Let's switch change and move into the other side. So I'm taking other arm behind. I can get it so far that I can just see the fingertips. Take the interlace to keep it there. Pause and breathe. And perhaps one shoulder is different for you. Maybe this is more open and you can get the fingertips here. Maybe this is your tighter side and it's hard enough to even bring the hand to the back of the waist. Again, trust that that's okay. It is better to do some form of stretching than not do anything at all. So again, it doesn't matter if what you're doing looks different to me. Let's take one more inhale and exhale, and then we'll leave the shoulders alone to settle. Well done. Ease it out. Give yourself a moment. You've had those arms pinned back, so just give them a shake. And then when you feel ready and able, let's come to find downward facing dog. So hands shoulder distance apart. I lift up through my seat. My feet move to hip distance apart, and I push so strongly in my hands that it takes my bottom, my sit bones, my hips up to the sky. Notice that if you're slightly more rounded forwards because of the tightness in the hamstrings, you may need to bend the knees a little bit, then push your bottom to the sky. Shake out the head, let it go. Couple more breaths here. Really firm up the arms so that you feel supported by the upper body. And then let's walk the hands all the way back to the feet. And fold over, release into your forward fold. Cut those elbows, let it go. Great big exhale. And feel that huge stretch down the back of the body. Again, it doesn't matter how far you can fold. What matters is that this stretch feels good for you. Yes, it might feel tight, but that it feels good. It feels a good stretch as opposed to something that brings you pain. Please don't do anything that brings you pain. Let's slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Well done. Shoulders roll onto the body. Let's come to stand to the top of the mat. Bring your hands together at the heart center. Notice how it feels to stand strong and tall and proud, filled with energy, toes spread out, get very lifted, find this lovely tall posture. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Let's start to warm the body in our classical sun salute. Here we go, deep breath in, lift the arms up and the chest to the sky. And exhale, melt over your legs, let it go. Step the right foot to the back of the mat and gently bring that knee to the floor. Let's sweep the arms up and pause for a couple of breaths here. Just allow your body to settle. If you want to feel this lunge a little bit more as a back bend, then my guidance would be to sink your hips a little bit forwards, but keep this action of hugging outer thighs in so that there's a lift, there's a sense of lift and brightness rather than just sinking and collapsing into the lower back. That wouldn't feel nice. So still get that sense of lift. Let's take a deep breath in, connect the hands to the floor, pick up that back knee to help you transition. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And I often describe downward dog as it's like a home base. It's coming home. It's the pose that we come back to a lot in our yoga practice. So just enjoy being here. And then when you're ready, pull in through the belly to support your core. Inhale, shift to plank and gently lower your knees, your chest, your chin to the floor. Lengthen the legs back, hands underneath the shoulders. Inhale, cobra, nice and long through the back of the neck. And exhale, push yourself back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Lengthen back through your heels, exhale. Let's step the right foot forwards in between the hands. This first one you're likely to feel really stiff, so the foot might get halfway. Pick it up at the ankle and place it there, and then drop the knee. Inhale, sweep and rise through the arms. Exhale, settle. Take a deep breath in, hands to the floor, pick up that back knee, step forwards, feet together, and then exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale, press through the feet to help you rise up, and exhale, draw the hands together at the heart. Let's move into second side. Deep breath in, sweep the arms. Deep breath out, forward fold, let it go over your legs. Let's step the left foot back. So it really steps back quite far, so that when you bring the knee down, your front knee is nicely in line with your heel. So what we wouldn't want is foot so far back that the knee juts over the ankle. That's going to put a lot of pressure here. So we would want to wiggle that foot forwards just to make sure that's there's that nice alignment. Deep breath in and out. Breath in, hands to the floor, pick up the back knee, get lifted through your hips to give you more space to take your feet to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple through into plank, and then bring the knees to the floor. You can take the gentler version if you want, which is to lower the hips first, then the chest and chin. Inhale into cobra and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale to land. Here we go, left foot forwards. One more version of how you could step the foot forwards. You could bring knees down and then step it through. So just on this first round, just reminding you of some of those transitions. Deep breath in, lift. Touch down, pick up the back knee, step feet together if you have more flexibility, or feet hip distance apart if you're a little bit tighter in the body, and folds. Bend the knees, inhale, sweep and rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. So now you have reminded your body of that flow. Let's begin to move a little bit more quickly. Again, using whatever modification you need to step forward with that lunge. Deep breath in, heart lift. Deep breath out, forward fold, neck is long. Right leg steps back, knee down. Take an inhale, lift up, maybe touch the palms. Exhale, pick up the back knee, transition to downward facing dog. Go slower if you need to and breathe more if you need to. Inhale, ripple into plank, push the earth away with the hands. Exhale, lower with control, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, lengthen into cobra, low or a little higher. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step the right foot forwards in between the hands. Help it get there if it needs to. Knee down. On your next inhale, lift. Exhale, pick up the back knee. Step forwards, release the weight of your head, Uttanasana. Bend the knees, inhale, rise to the sky. Exhale. Second side, left leg. Deepest breath in, rise. Exhale, forward fold, let it go. Step the left leg to the back of the mat, knee down. Arms rise. Inhale, fill up through the lungs. Maybe palms touch. Exhale, transition, downward facing dog. Inhale through into plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin. Inhale, long through the neck, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forwards, knee to the earth. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, step forwards, Uttanasana, bow the head. Inhale, press through the feet, rise up. Exhale, hands to the heart. One more. Inhale, body should be warming up. Just move body and breath, exhale. Right leg, knee down. Inhale, rise. Downward dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Right foot steps forwards. This time, pause here. Keep the back knee lifted. Rise up. Take your time to get there. You're on the ball of the back foot. It's your high lunge. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. So you are very welcome to stay here. If you'd like a little bit more of a balance challenge, then follow me. Take an inhale, hinge forwards. Hug your left knee to the chest. Belly pulls in, a real strong core here. Lift up. Slowly transition. Body comes forwards to help you land strongly into that back foot. It is a challenge. Catch the wobble. Yeah, like me, I wobble. Take a moment. Don't rush this. Inhale. Exhale to settle. Let's do that twice more. Hinge forwards. You can even drag that foot so you stay with foot to the floor right up until the last minute. Breath in. Breath out. Take your time. Land safely and bend your front knee. When you're ready and you've caught your balance, inhale to lift up. Exhale, take a moment. Good. Final time. So either drag the toe along the floor, or if you feel more confident with that transition, just spring up. Inhale once you get there. Exhale, land into the legs. Well done. Deep breath in. This time, step forwards. Let it go. Pause here. Breath in, breath out. Taking this moment to allow the body to rest. Feel that nice stretch into the back of the legs. And then here we go. Let's finish that flow by rising up and connect the hands to the heart. Well done. Let's do that to the second side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Step the left leg back and bring the knee to the earth. Inhale into low lunge, also called low crescent. Exhale, connect the hands to the earth as you step back to dog. Inhale, come through into plank. Squeeze your arms together. That really helps give you a sense of lift. Exhale, lower to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through your feet. Feet stay connected to the floor. Shoulders draw down the back. Collarbones are broad. To exhale, downward facing dog. Let's bring the left foot forwards in between the hands and let's do that lunge sequence. Here we go. Rise up and take a moment. Notice the sway. Pull that belly strongly in, your back muscles squeeze, your waist squeezes, and get really strong and heavy through the hips. So we talked about this last week, this connection into the lower body, how by dropping heavy into the pelvis and the legs, we feel this sense of ground and stability and earth. And that's what we're feeling here before we make that transition of right knee to the chest. Let's take the slow version first. Hinge forwards, drag the toe along the floor. Then inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, release. Inhale, rise up. You take a moment. Here we go. Either drag the toe or spring up. Still, we get the sense of that connection through our core body to keep us strong. And release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, ground. Final time. Inhale, lift. And if you wobble and fall out of this, that's okay. Take your time, take a full breath, center yourself, and bring the leg back up. So it doesn't matter if we wobble at all. Doesn't matter if we fall out of the pose. Step back. We take an inhale. We finish that flow, right foot to left. Let it go, Uttanasana. Again, a couple of extra breaths to stretch out through the back and to let the body recover. To rise up, hands to the heart. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And just pause for a moment. Connect once again the groundedness of the legs. Have feet hip distance. Just have a little soft bend through the knees. Roll the shoulders back. Close down the eyes if you like. Just give the body time to notice and process everything that you've just done. Know that your practice it's about the journey, it's about building strength. It's not these perfect poses, it's practice. Take another inhale and exhale. To open your eyes. So now that you've had a little bit of a play with transitioning of the weight and being on one foot, let's come to try tree pose. Some of you will have done this with me before in chair yoga, where we hold a chair. You are very welcome to still do tree pose holding a chair, or you can hold the wall for greater stability. Otherwise, start to come up onto the ball of your right leg. Beginners might want to stay onto the toe. And note that my knee rolls open. That's a really good place to pause and stay. If you want to come up a little bit higher and test your balance, then bring the sole of the foot to your calf. Never the knee. It wants to go on the knee because there's a really nice shelf here, which feels the right place to put it, but don't. Just, we don't want to damage the knee, hurt the knee. So you can place, if you want to start playing with that balance, foot to calf. Think ground through your standing foot as if literally it's growing roots into the earth. Spine is long. Crown of the head lifts, really lift to the sky. There's a sense of elevation through the top part of the body. Still this thing that I keep talking about, this core, this center of our tree trunk pulls in. Yeah, it's super strong at the middle. Good. Maybe arms lift, maybe hands stay to the heart center. And release, because you've been there for a while and you'll feel that standing calf start to fire up. So have a feel to the second side. Second side, different experience. Grow tall, get the sense of rooting down into the earth and bring the toe to the floor and open out through the leg. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Stay there or bring the sole of the foot to the inner right calf. And there's a little bit of a press of foot into the calf and the calf presses back. That'll help you to stay connected rather than the foot just slip off. There is a little bit of a push action. Try not to sink and hang into this hip. Can we stay even through the pelvis and lifted? And are we still breathing full? Take another breath in and out. And release. Well done. Let's come back to the first side and I'll give you a slightly tougher option for those of you that wish. If this felt strong for you, you are very welcome to grab a hold of the ankle and if the hips allow, to bring foot to the inner thigh. Now there's even more of a push because now it is really easy for that to happen. So really push right foot into left thigh and left thigh back into right foot. Again, pelvis level, hands to the heart. Hold a chair if you need to. Deep breath in, it's quiet in the body. Deep breath out. Inhaling, embrace the wobble and the shift. Exhale. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Well done, release. Have a feel for that second side. Take your time. So there's no end game, there's no rush here. We're playing with things. Yoga is about experiencing and playing and not being too caught up in what we're doing. You know, it's fun. It should be fun. So take your time, second side, foot to thigh, or maybe it's still at the calf, or maybe the foot's still to the floor. Hands together, legs together, lift up. Deep breath in, soften the face. Deep breath out. Again, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Well done. Slowly release and shake that out. If that felt enough for you to work on, then just please stay working with that. If you feel a little bit more confident in your practice, let's have a play just for a minute of transitioning from tree into lunge. So let's come to the top of our mat. Pick the right foot up and either place it to the inner left thigh or place it to the inner calf. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take your time to stabilize. Here we go. Take an inhale. Can you take that same transition? Now I release the foot. I catch the lunge. Exhale. Well done. Rise up. Inhale. Step to stand. Exhale. So it's practice. It's not something you might necessarily get straight away. Let's go again. Left foot. Left foot to the thigh. Take a moment. Take an inhale. Step the left foot back. Exhale. Take an inhale, rise. Take an exhale, feet together. One more time each side. Right foot to the thigh. Option to lift the arms. Take an inhale. Foot back. Take an exhale. Lift the upper body, crescent pose. Inhale. Hands to the heart, Tadasana. Exhale. Final time to the left. Place the foot. Rise the arms. Inhale. Exhale. Chest lifts. Inhale. Exhale. Well done. Really nice work. And that's something we can practice and build over the weeks. Let's slowly flow to downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up. Let it go now. Softly melt over the legs. Let's bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, lengthen the heart. And from here, just step straight back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Come down onto the knees and take a child pose. Let it go. Take one more breath to lift up. Come to make your way on your seat. And let's move into our twists. Take the right foot to the outer left thigh. Sit nice and tall. Take the right hand behind you. Turn to the right. Belly pulls in, spine lift. Let's just rinse all of that out. If this feels uncomfortable on your bottom knee, then extend that bottom leg and you can still be in the twist. Come back to center and just switch, change that. So left foot to the outer right thigh. Left hand behind you, turn to the left. So left leg on top, turn to the left. So just rinsing all of the work out of the body, finding once again a little bit of a mobilization through the spine. to come back to center for a moment. Extend those legs out in front of you. They can be bent. Take the flesh of the buttocks out of the way. It helps you to sit a little higher onto your sit bones, which in turn helps you to fold forwards a little more easily and lengthen forwards. Feel the release in the back of the legs. Feel the release in the back of the spine. Take another breath in and out. To lift up, come to make your way onto the back and gently hug those knees together. So at the beginning of the class, we took half happy baby pose. Let's now finish with full happy baby. So take elbows to the inner knee, lift up to help you take the outer edges of the feet, lay your head back down to the floor or to a cushion, and pause in happy baby pose. Knees are deliberately bent, and it is literally this pose that babies do, you know, knees bent, rocking from side to side, grabbing their feet. Modification, if the feet aren't accessible, is to hold the shins. Take another inhale and exhale. To release, hug the knees in and come to rest your body into Shavasana. Legs a comfortable distance apart. Arms a comfortable distance apart from the body. Palm is up. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let it go out of the mouth. And then come to find stillness. Let your body completely surrender to the floor. Let the breath be easy. Noticing perhaps the gentle rise and fall of the chest. The gentle rise and fall of the belly. And notice how your body feels at the end of your practice. Do you feel stretched? Hopefully you feel, sometimes you can feel longer in the body. Like you really stretch those muscles and vertebra and you gained a couple of inches. Body surrenders to the floor. Completely relaxed. Letting all tension ebb and flow away. Take a deep breath in. Gentle sigh out of the mouth. To slowly open the eyes, reach the arms long, bring the legs together, flare the ribcage open, just as we did at the beginning. And then slowly draw each knee in. Take a little rock from side to side. Slowly roll over to one side. And come to sit in any comfortable position. Roll the shoulders back, close down the eyes, take a breath in. Breath out. Noticing the length in the spine. Noticing the quieter and calm mind. Softly open the eyes and reach your arms to the sky. Take a deep breath in, drink in the breath. Exhale, draw your hands together at the heart center and bow the head in gratitude to yourself for finding this time to practice and hopefully to make you feel so much better in the body and mind and heart space. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste, my lovely people. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please keep giving the thumbs up if you like them and commenting. It's always good to read your comments. Hope you enjoyed the session. That reminder, these are being provided to you by Homes for Lambeth, and do check out their website if you would like any more details about what they're doing during this time. And that website is www.homesforlambeth.co.uk. Otherwise, I very much look forward to seeing you in another class. Thank you guys. Have a lovely day.